Alright guys, I'm going to try to keep it as real as I can, try to keep it as short as I can. Number one, we won. And the Eagles lost. And the Redskins lost. Oh, RG3, the savior of Washington. I'm going to tell you something. You can't invest everything into a quarterback and expect him to save you right off the bat. I can't tell you how many Skins fans were telling me that they were going to go undefeated. Really? Colts fans were saying the same thing about Luck. Luck lost his first game. RG3 lost his first home game. We won our home opener. Now, that being said, the NFC East is currently set up like this. In first place, we have a three-way tie between the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, and, yes, Cop Hizzle, the New York Football Giants. All 2-1. In fourth place, or last, whichever word you choose to use, all by their lonely selves, is the Washington Redskins. The beast RG3 that can't be stopped is in last place at 1-2. And the Cardinals are 3-0. Wow. Wow. Now, a couple things to say. And yes, I'm about to get upset because I've let it go, I've let it slide, I've let it not bother me. It was prevalent in the Giants game, but I didn't let it bother me because we still won the game. It was prevalent in the Seahawks game, but I didn't let it bother me because we played pathetic anyway, and we were going to lose anyway. And I wasn't going to let it bother me today. But then, Romo gets popped in the head. And for some reason, you don't throw a flag. I don't know if it's because you didn't know there was supposed to be a flag there. That hit was dirty. Even if you don't know the rules, you can watch the video and you can see that hit was dirty. The hit on Sean Lee against the Seahawks was dirty. Get sick and tired of these referees not knowing the rules. The NFL referees need to get whatever you need to get done, get it done. I understand that you want to get paid now for the games that you missed. I wish I could not go to work and get paid, but that aside, you need to work out whatever you need to work out. You need to be back because I can't take much more of this. I can't take much more of these 8th grade, 7th grade football referees, college referees, arena football, whatever, coming in here and screwing our game up because they don't know the rules. Helmet to helmet is a penalty. It doesn't say intentional helmet to helmet. It doesn't say helmet to helmet if you do it on purpose. It says helmet to helmet contact in any circumstance, under any situation, is a penalty. Now, I'm not going to rant on it, but that's what I have to say about that. Another thing. Everybody is hating on the Buccaneers now for the second week in a row. They have bull rushed the offensive line when they try to take a knee. Greg Schiano did that quite a bit at Rutgers. And he forced quite a bit of fumbles at Rutgers. And he won quite a few games because of that at Rutgers. Now, basically what ESPN and NHL Network and the Fox Sports team and everybody is saying about Greg Schiano was that he should have told his boys to give up. One person that didn't agree was Troy Aikman. He is like me. I understand it's dangerous, but it's a dangerous game. Why do you think? That's one of the reasons why they make so much money. Because it's a dangerous game. Now, I give credit to Tampa Bay for having the tenacity and the desire to win, to not give up. If I'm Greg Schiano, I don't know what he told his defense, but I tell him exactly the same thing in that situation. Whatever it was that he told him. Get out there and win this game. They think it's over. They think it's time to wrap it up. We're going to show them it's just getting started. I like that. That shows fire in a head coach. That shows fire in a football team. And that shows fire and the passion to win. We've gotten used to it here in the NFL, this little, sorry about the language, but this little pussy game that they've turned it into. We've gotten used to it. Oh, well, they decided the game's over, so they're going to take a knee. So just go out there and get in your formation and watch them kneel down and take the game away. Don't try to force a fumble. They decided it's over, so it's over. No, I like the fire in Greg Schiano and the fire in his defense. Just because they said it's over doesn't mean it's over. The game is not over when the offense decides it is. Oh, well, we still have to run another play, so we're going to take a knee. Don't get me wrong, I was scared. I was scared. I'm not going to lie. But I like that about Greg Schiano, that he wants to win. And he doesn't care what anybody thinks about him. It's not unsportsmanlike. It's not classless. He's trying to win the game. Which means you have to try to stop them from winning the game. It's as simple as that. It's football. Because if I'm a head coach, I'm doing the same thing Greg Schiano did. I'm not going to tell my guys, okay, good job, guys. Just go out there and watch them take a knee. We'll go home. No. I'm lighting a fire under my team's ass, and I'm telling them to go get the job done. So, I do not have a problem at all with what Greg Schiano did. I don't have one problem at all. And even if it had worked, and he forced a fumble, and we lost, I still wouldn't have had a problem with what he did. But our offensive line, first of all, false starts. False starts. I'm not even going to talk about it. False starts have to be fixed. We had like 6 in the first half, like 4 or 5 in the second half. Jason Garrett, you get your offensive line in check. You talk to whoever you have to talk to, and you get them boys playing. Because Romo is getting killed. He got hit like 13 times. And he still finished with 70% of his passes completed, 290 yards, and the 1 interception. Romo is getting killed. As I mentioned, the helmet's a helmet. But even beyond that, Romo was on his back almost every single play. Even if he didn't get sacked, even if he got the ball off, he still got knocked to the ground. Almost every single play. Now, what I will say on that, Tony Romo showed me today he could take a hit. That helmet's a helmet that I was talking about. He got right up from that. He walked over to the sideline to get evaluated or whatever. By the time it came back from commercial, he was back there in the huddle. Tony Romo showed me today that he can take a hit. And he can lead his team. Just like Jason Witten can lead his team, playing with a lacerated spleen against the Giants. And Tony Romo, when he first got up, it looked like he didn't know where he was. He went over there, he used that timeout, he shook it off. By the time it came back from commercial, he wasn't running back onto the field. He was already back in the huddle when they came back. So, we won the game 16-7. 10 or 1 touchdown was DeMarco Murray running the ball in. We had an ugly start today, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We came together, we made plays when we needed to, and we won the game. But our offensive line has got to get better, even beyond the false starts. Like I said, if you don't clean up your blocking and you continue to let Romo take that beating that he took today, take that beating every single week, he might not make to December. How do you hold and Romo still gets sacked? Explain that to me. Because the whole thing about holding is, yeah, I'm going to take a 10-yard penalty, but I'm going to keep my quarterback from taking a lick in the process. So how do you hold and Romo still gets sacked? You got to work on it. You got to work on it. I'm not going to yell. I feel like it, even though we won the game. All I got to say is they better be glad I'm not the offensive line coach, because I'd be getting in every one of their asses. But we won the game. Good job to the defense. You stood tall. You held them under 150 yards total for the entire game. 150 yards of total offense the entire game. Passing and rushing combined. Des Bryant had that pretty decent return. We were getting decent pressure on Josh Freeman. Jason Witten dropped a few balls, but like I said, he's still trying to recover from the injury. I get that. Romo, for the most part, played pretty solid, even though he was on his back for most of the damn game. That's why I keep telling you, you got to believe in Romo. He's going to throw interceptions. He's going to throw interceptions. So far, he has thrown an interception in all 3 games this year. 2 out of those 3 times, he recovered from it. He's going to make mistakes. But I think we're starting to see this, as I mentioned in my season preview video, that this is a different Tony Romo that we're seeing. And he knows what it takes to win ball games. And he knows that whenever he comes out there and throws a pick, he has to put it behind him, come out there and play ball. And that's what he's been doing. The defense has been there supporting him. DeMarco Murray's been supporting him. The receivers have been making it relatively easy on him for the most part, with the exception of the Seattle game and the start of today's game. We started today worse than we started Seattle. If you can believe that, if you can even believe that's possible. But we started today's game worse than we started in Seattle last week. We looked disgusting. We looked absolutely pathetic. But we came together as a team. We made plays when we had to make plays. We became men on the football field. And they got the job done. And they got the W. And ultimately, that's what it's about. But we have got to get this offensive line fixed, guys. Because Baltimore's defense is ages better than the Bucs defense, as good as they are, could ever dream of being. And if Romo took that kind of beating against the Bucs, if we take this offensive line against Baltimore, Romo will get literally killed. He will get literally killed. So, we got to protect our playmakers, and that includes our quarterback. Got to work on the stupid penalties. And refs, please fix what you need to fix and get back on the field, because I can't take much more of these junior high referees messing our game up. But we got the win. Ultimately, that's what matters. 16-10, Dallas over Tampa Bay. They got Chicago coming up next week on Monday night. ESPN's going to be in the house. It should be awesome. I wish I could go to the game. My finances won't allow me to right now, but I will definitely be watching the game. And I'll see you guys then. That's pretty much it, guys. And how about them Cowboys?